Hello, it's Rebecca and today is another book review day and I have been reading The Woman in Black by Susan Hill, so I will read you the blurb and then talk to you about the book. Arthur Kipps, a junior solicitor, is summoned to attend the funeral of Mrs. Alice Drublow, the sole inhabitant of Eel Marsh House, unaware of the tragic secrets which lie hidden behind the sheltered windows. The house stands at the end of a causeway, wreathed in fog and mystery, but it is not until he glimpses a wasted young woman dressed all in black at the funeral that a creeping sense of unease begins to take hold, a feeling deepened by the reluctance of the locals to talk of the woman in black and her terrible purpose. Bum bum bum! So I saw the film ages ago. Can't compare books to films, very different. But I do like reading the books that films were based on. So the film was, I don't know, some time ago with Daniel Radcliffe. One of the very few films that genuinely frightens me. Every time I watched it, I've watched it a few times, and still the tension builds and it makes me jump. And I like it. I like that. This failed to frighten. It's a ghost story, obviously. Arthur Kipps has to go to Mrs. Drablow's estate to sort out all of the legal bits and bobs. He's a solicitor, and while he's at the funeral he notices a woman in black kind of standing in the distance, and he just is fascinated by her, and he tries to talk to the local people about her, but nobody wants to talk, and it's all very hush hush and people get very awkward and uncomfortable about it, and he doesn't understand what's going on. So he goes to stay in Mrs. Drablow's house because it's quite difficult to get to. It's at the end of a kind of like a marshy, rivery type thing where the path is only visible at certain times of the day. So rather than expecting a local man to come and take him and pick him up every day, he decides to go and stay there. And while he's there, he hears strange noises, sees strange things. The woman in black is in the house and in the grounds, and he's trying to kind of come to terms with what has gone on and who she is. And it was a good story. It was a gripping story. You do read it to keep finding out little bits what's going on, because there is a big thing that has happened. But oh, it's so difficult not to compare them to the film, because the film, with the added music and atmosphere and what you can do with the camera, really made it tense and gripping and frightening. And unfortunately, the words on the page didn't make it that frightening. It was weird, and I did like the ending. The ending is different from the film. So I did like the ending. I did like how it all kind of tied together. But as for something that made me kind of nervous and anxious and got my heart racing, it didn't really do that. A friend of mine has been to see this at the theatre, and she said that was quite terrifying. I'm not going to go and see it at the theatre. The film frightened me enough. I couldn't cope live with scary things going on. That would be too much. But I did enjoy it. Well written, interesting, good ending. But as for a ghost story, I can't remember how long ago it was. Earlier this year I read, what was it called? The Haunting of Hill House? Was that what it was called? I can't remember. But that frightened me. That was a good ghost story that really kind of got under my skin. This one, not so much. But still worth reading, still very enjoyable, and still quite haunting, but not to the point of kind of sitting in the back of my brain box, kind of whispering to me every now and then. But I still really enjoyed it, so I would recommend it. So if you'd like to hear any of my other book reviews, then please subscribe. I put videos out every time I've read a book or bought books or done something bookish. Anything to do with books, really. So if you're interested in that, then please subscribe, and I will see you soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.